I want to do a little quick video on a potential soul ticket revamp. You tend to hear people talk about it. It's not as frequent as other topics, such as improving Chronicle quests, but it does get brought up from time to time. And now that we got a times 10 run, and with almost certainly more game modes coming out probably within the next year or two, where we are going to, probably end up having to spend more soul tickets. I mean, let's take a look what we got. This, and this. So Chronicle Quest, Co-op, Epic Raids, and Events are reoccurring game modes that you got to constantly keep using your soul tickets on. However, if we go over to story and sub-stories, those are basically one time and you're done. You go through them once and then you're done. But until you do, those will also consume your soul tickets. The one idea that I haven't seen brought up, which I think could be used in pretty much every single player, mode that requires soul tickets, is for the times 1 run. For example, if we go to events, limited time quests, and here we got 2 times 1 runs, but you could do times 1 runs on the point event if you wanted to after you get done. Well, make it so they require no soul tickets. So if I were to go do this one right here, I would not go from 10 to 9. I would just stay at 10. If I were to also do this one, it would not go from 10 to 9. It would stay there. And if I did both of them before the thing would go up to 11, it would not drop down to 8. It would stay at 10. Now, some people are going to say, well, then what's the point of buying orbs to buy soul tickets, or using orbs if you're a free-to-play player on soul tickets? And I'm going to tell you something. It's called convenience. In order to do, let's just assume it takes 1 minute to do a run. So if you were to do 1 times 10 run, you are going to be, doing what would be 60 runs a minute. So times 10, that would end up being 600 soul tickets an hour worth of runs. Now, if you're only doing times 1 run, you're only doing 60 soul tickets an hour worth of rewards. 60 versus 600. Now, if you throw in the subscription and you get that extra 20% worth of rewards, it actually goes up to 720. So 720 versus 60. If you're doing something like grinding something with rewards, especially if it's a limited time where it's only up for 2 or 3 hours, I hate to break it to you, you're going to be spending orbs on soul tickets or using your gift box soul tickets. You are not going to be doing the times 1 run. Times 1 run, I think it would be like a really good benefit, because then it makes doing this worth it, honestly, because you're not wasting a potential soul ticket on something that, for example, veterans, they don't need to do this. They probably have so many damn hearts that they don't need them. Same thing with this. I think you get some crystals from here. They probably don't need to do that. They just use their XP crystals and they're good. But they could theoretically end up doing it to just get that little bit extra more, and they don't have to worry about wasting a soul ticket. Now, that's one way to go about it. The other method that I'm sure many of other people have said as well, is reduce the cooltime. So example, 12 minutes per soul ticket with a subscription, or 15 minutes without it. I think that's too long for a soul ticket to recharge, especially with how much stuff we have to grind. I mean, look. Chronicle Quest. You got 3 parts in Chronicle Quest. You have a part 1, a part 2, and a part 3. Each have their own shop that you gotta farm. And each one of those parts have 3 different levels that you gotta farm in order to get 3 different rewards things. So you're basically farming 9 different things in Chronicle Quests alone every single month. Then you have events. You have the point event. You also have some difficulty quests, such as like the Inheritance Trial, which you're limited to do 5 times a week for each one of the attributes, 25 times. So there's 25 soul tickets. Then you also got a limited Well, actually comes out to about 100 an hour. I mean, not hour, a month. And then the other one, which is for the scrolls, and the what do they call it? What is it? The scrolls, or difficult quests, attribute and affiliation scrolls. That's it. So they're both scrolls. So the attribute and the affiliation. See, look, that's 10 times. So that's 40 times in a month. This is 40 times as well. 40. And yeah, so this would be 25. Yeah, okay, yeah. That seems about right. So yeah, you gotta have to spend a lot of soul tickets there as well. But then we run into an issue. If they do reduce the cooldown, let's just say the cooldown time it gets reduced in half. 7.5 minutes and 6 minutes respectively. Or maybe 10 minutes and 6 minutes. Something along those lines. You wanna know what? You're gonna be getting max to the point where you're gonna have to get your soul tickets to... You're gonna have to wake up in the middle of the night to basically not waste your soul tickets. So, if we end up doing that, you're gonna have issues. So, double it. Double the soul tickets. The reason why, if you have 50, you bring them to 100. Okay, that's pretty good. You have a pretty decent bank. And 60 becomes 120. It doubles what you already had, so you're able to grind things more efficiently, you know? You're able to grind the things that you want to grind. I mean, look, Chronicle Quests, events, co-op, epic raids. I didn't even get into co-op and epic raids. Those are still only times 5, but still. You'd be able to do more runs. Now, granted, there you might find an issue of actually people not spending as many orbs. But, to be honest, that just gives you an incentive to basically make it so certain things like the extreme co-op, let's see if it's up at the moment. See, like this. This got another 48 minutes left. Make it so this runs for a freaking week and you don't have to worry about, oh, I gotta log in on this specific time. Do that, then, you know, they'll spend a shit ton more orbs on this because this is a really good thing to farm. Granted, a lot of people say don't bother so much on the 7 seat, focus on the other one. I say if you need this stuff here, farm it anyways, because you might not have the necessary team to make it to 3rd seat. You know, you also got Inheritance Trial. Look at this. You got 48 minutes left on each one of these 3. Make this last the whole freaking day. People will spend orbs on this. Like right here. Let's just say, I believe, yeah, okay. So join a room. I'm not actually going to join a room, by the way. CS Grim only, I carry. See, you know, I just go in there, boom. I got to run, times 5. And to be honest, you know, maybe I join a Discord and say, okay, you know what, I get a CS Grim and then find someone who carries. You know? Doing something like that could be really... That's assuming I don't want to play. Then I would just end up joining one that says, have the bonus characters, and then, you know, I turn on my controller and I start playing. So... You spend a crap ton of orbs on this for soul tickets because, you know, you get a lot of you get super pots, you know, more super pots and potential rainbow pots on every single one of this. Then you also have this, which some people might think the reason why they're not, you know, making it so this is the only one, because I believe you get regular pots in here as well, and this zone, inheritance zone, might become useless. Well, not if you buff the regular pot rates. If you buff this and make it to like times 3, or maybe double it as the base and then do a times 2. Make it so these farming these crappier pots, you know, is actually more efficient than grinding Inheritance Trial or Epic Raids. I haven't really done many Inheritance Trials, so I'm not sure if you do get... Actually, I'll check on here. They gotta have what drops here, right? I'm pretty sure it does, because on the single player version, it did drop regular pots. I'm assuming it does. I don't know. You'll have to let me know in the comment section below. So there's still plenty of ways they can add it, and that's remember we're probably gonna get more game modes. They did some kind of poll in the 7th anniversary where they talked about different types of game modes or different genres of games you're interested in, like turn-based, fighting, simulation I think was another one, and I think strategy. So you had all these different kinds of potential game modes that may make their way in here. I can see a turn-based Bleach doing very well. I can see, maybe adding some kind of PvE/PvE co-op auto battle system where you're not playing the game, it's just like an auto battle thing. Now, how would they do that? I don't know. They would have to do some experimentations and find out what's fun. I'm not the game designer. They are, but I can see something, because Brave Battle's right here. Doing this, I don't mind it. It's actually kind of fun just to see what happens. But this is PvP, and you got rankings and shit like that. That's what makes it a little bit less fun at times. So, if we end up getting some kind of PvE mode that has auto battling, that might end up requiring soul tickets or a different kind of ticket. Or maybe, here's another potential possibility, do what you did in Arena. Like Arena, I can play this mode as much as I freaking want, but this little point thing here reward has a limit of 200, and then it recharges like, what was it, like 40 or 20 every, or is it 10? I don't know, it's a set amount every like hour or something like that. And then on the phone version, I could end up, watching an advert, and it'll end up giving me, a chance to, well, not a chance, but it'll end up giving me more of this back. I don't remember exactly how much. So there is that possibility. Personally, I do think soul tickets need to be revamped. As someone who likes playing the game, at the moment right now, I've been basically, because I like playing the game, but the thing is, if I want to play the game continuously, I either have to, waste more orbs on soul tickets, and right now, there's nothing in my opinion that I really want to farm. I just want to play the game. So, it's kind of annoying. Because right now, the only thing I can really play without worry is Arena. So I basically created an alt. And if I feel like playing Beyond, like right now, I haven't really had the urge to play as much once I use the soul tickets. But sometimes I do have that urge where I want to continue playing the game. Well, I have an alt now. It's basically a fresh account with, tons of orbs for orb sources that I can just log on there and play on there. And I'm basically going to slowly be playing on that. I'm not going to be playing it as much as I play on my main, but it's just something I can do if I feel like playing Bleach Brave Souls. If you gave me more, more soul tickets, or another potential possibility is increase the max amount of soul tickets and make it so the orbs give us more soul tickets, then I'd be more inclined. But at the moment, as it stands now, not really. There's really nothing worth for me to grind. Those are some potential possibilities that you could end up doing with soul tickets. Let me know if you guys can think of anything to do with soul tickets, because right now those are basically my only ideas. But I do think we need a soul ticket revamp, or just change some of the things. Like I said, double the max amount for both the subscription and non-subscription, and reduce by about half the cooldown for how long it takes to get your soul tickets back, and make it so soul tickets for ×1 runs on single player content requires no soul tickets. Do those 3, I think you're gonna be golden. Anywho, that's just my thought. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Have a nice day.